Namaskaram. Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Shri Krishnavagishayatishwarabhyam Samprapta Chakrankana Bhashya Saram Shrinut Narangendra Yatau Samarpitaswam Shri Krishnamaryam Guruvaryamide Virodhe Kartike Mase Shatatara Krutodayam Yogacharyam Krishnamaryam Guruvaryamaham Bhaje Krishna Suri Daya Patram Jnana Vairagya Bhushanam Srimat Venkatanathāryam Vandeham Yogadeshikam Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. On behalf of Krishnamacharya Yoga Mandira, I welcome all of you who have been following this meditative practice series. Today, 27 of Dhanur Dhya Sadhana. This is day 27 of the month of Margashirsha. As per the Pasurams, today's Pasuram is Kudarai Vellum. A very well-known Pasuram. We will explore the content and the implications of this and the remaining Pasurams tomorrow. Today also happens to be a very powerful Tithi. It is Trayodashi, the 13th day in the waxing phase of the fortnight. And today happens to be Shani Maha Pradosham. Let us explore about what Pradosham is. What is the significance of Pradosha? This is a Muhurta. It is a specific time that is earmarked for the worship of Shiva. Why does this worship happen and what is the significance of Pradosha? I will try to explain briefly before I lead you into a practice. It is believed that the Devas and the Asuras churned the Kshira Sagara, the ocean of milk that had waves that frothed like milk. They churned in order to acquire Amrita, the ambrosia that would confer immortality. They used Vasuki as the rope and the Mandara mountain as the churn. We have seen how, I think I used this imagery a few days ago. When they begin this process of churning, first the mountain slips. Mahavishnu takes the avatar of Kurma, Mahakurma, to stabilize the mountain. Subsequently, as they continue to churn, Vasuki spews forth deadly fumes of poison. The Devas, the Asuras, and everyone gathered there run in great anxiety, in great agitation, because they are unable to withstand the potency of these toxic fumes. They seek the intervention of Maheshwara, and Shiva appears to consume, to take in this poison known as the Halahala, consumes it. But Shiva represents the universe, and the universe is contained inside of him. If he were to swallow this poison, then all of creation would come to a standstill. It would be devastating. In order to protect all creation, Parvati holds his throat, stopping him from swallowing the poison. Poison that he consumes remains in his throat, creating a blue spot. And so Shiva comes to be known as Neelakantha, the blue-throated one. At the surface level, you could say this is a story, a very beautiful story, no doubt. Is there any further significance? We see that the churning of the ocean represents the process of sadhana itself, as the two opposing forces within us, the Daivi and the Asuri armies, are constantly vying with each other, one trying to outdo the other. Our seeking is always for Amritatvam. Amritatvam is not just immortality. Amritatvam is the acquisition of the highest jnana, because it is only through the path of jnana that we are freed from the cycle of birth, life, and death. It's only through the acquisition of jnana that it is possible to empower our thinking so that our thoughts do not generate actions that leave karmic imprints, bringing us back to birth. It is only when we reach a birthless state that true immortality can be attained. And that is the significance of Amrita. For the purpose of acquiring this knowledge, we have to subject ourselves to a process of internal churn. And when we churn, naturally, all kinds of toxicities, all kinds of latent impressions, samskaras, conditioning, patterns, memories surface, which come in the way of our own efforts. It is now that we need, through sadhana, we need the presence of a guru, more so now because we are unable to tolerate this toxicity, and it is Shiva there who takes the position of the guru. As Shiva Guru, the one, the ever auspicious, all-powerful, omniscient one, who brings only wellness. That is the role of the Guru, of a true Guru who can lead us on our path, on our journey towards our destination of Amritatvam. And so Shiva manifests there. You have both Shiva and Parvati as the Adi Dampati. They are together. You can't separate Shiva and Parvati. They are intertwined like word and its meaning, says Kalidasa when he says, Vagartha viva samputtau Vagartha pratipattaye Jagatak pitarau vande Parvati parameshwarau. It is Shiva who consumes the poison, no doubt, in order to protect all of creation. But it is Parvati who prevents us from being consumed by that very poison in the stomach of Shiva. And so they represent the tattva of, you could say, jnana and vairagya there, that they come together to bring us wellness, to help us to move further on our path of sadhana. The auspicious time during which Shiva consumes the halahala poison is known as Pradosha Punya Kala. There is a Nitya Pradosha every day, roughly between 4:30 and 7, starting a little bit of time before dusk, and just after dusk is known as the Pradosha Kala. The Puranic narratives tell us that the Samudra Manthana happened on a Dashami, on the 10th day of the waxing or the waning fortnight. The 11th day is when the halahala comes up to the surface. We celebrated Ekadashi yesterday. I said that it is Mahavishnu who shows us the path to the Archiradi Marga, the path of light. To embark on that journey, to take the first step itself, we have to confront the inner asura hordes that rise, that are toxic and that poison us at the level of our thoughts, our words, and our actions. And that is where the presence of the Guru is needed. Shiva consumes the poison on Ekadashi. He is Parameshwara, no doubt. And yet, the consumption of such a toxic venom briefly brings him into a stupor on Dwadashi. And the Devas are worried about his wellness. In fact, in a very beautiful Kshetra known as Suruttapalli, here very close to Chennai, we see Shiva lying down on Parvati's lap, dealing with the effects of the hala poison that he consumes. That happens on a Dwadashi, on the Trayodashi, that is the 13th day of the waxing or waning fortnight, is when he is aroused from that stupor and reassures the gathered devas, sages, and the humans, saying that I'm very well. And the story goes that at that time, between 4:30 and 7. He dances in the midst of Nandi's horns. Nandikeshwara is the an eternal presence who stands and waits in service of Maheshwara, not just a vahana, not just a vehicle, but representing the essence of Paratvam, representing that status of Parameshwara. It is Nandi who is the one who channelizes that to us. There is a very beautiful story of how a young boy, because of his rigorous, unwavering devotion, attains the status of Nandi. Till today, you will see Nandishwara in waiting outside the Garbhagriha, the Sannidhana of Shiva. In every Shiva temple, you have the Nandishwara right in front. As Milton says in his poem on his blindness, they also serve who only stand and wait. Nandi represents patience, the patience that is needed for a sadhaka to wait, to be ready to jump into service whenever needed, and when not, to wait in eternal silence. And so Shiva dances for the benefit of the devas, the sages, and everyone gathered there, very worried about his state. He dances for them right on top of Nandi's head. And this is this is the Pradosha Kala Natyam, the Sandhya Tandavam, it is called, where Shiva and Parvati are believed to dance together. The assembled sages, you have Nandi playing the Matala, you have Bringi, you have all the sages pitching in with, you have Mahavishnu joining in. All the devas play various stringed percussion and wind instruments in accompaniment to Shiva and Parvati's dance. And so this is a dance, the Sandhya Tandavam. The Sandhya time is the time that's neither dark nor bright. It's that interim time, a time when the sun is preparing to set, a time of impending darkness. The Sandhya Tandava is a Tandava that brings in hope, that re-establishes the power of our Shraddha. The Pradosha time is a time when Shiva appears to consume whatever is toxic. He stands there as the Guru. We see that there is a Nitya Pradosha. Every day that time is Pradosha time. Then there is a Paksha Pradosha and a Masa Pradosha, which have to do with whether it is the Shukla Paksha or the Krishna Paksha Pradosham. A Pradosham that occurs on a Saturday is known as Shani Mahapradosham. Today happens to be Saturday. And the Puranic narratives tell us that the very first time that Shiva consumed the halahala poison was on a Saturday. Then we have the Pralaya Pradosha, which marks the final dissolution, after which there is a resurgence of creation. Now, it is customary and considered very, very powerful to witness the Shivalinga or the Tandava Murti from behind the Nandi, through the horns of the Nandi. Nandikeshwara is elevated to the highest status. Typically, in any temple, the Vahana would be given a slightly subsidiary role. On Pradosha, Nandishwara shares the same status as Shiva and Parvati. Processions are taken around the temple. 3 rounds are made with people carrying Shiva and Parvati on a palanquin where Nandi is prominently present. Nandi shares the same puja and arati along with Shiva and Parvati, for the reason that when the time comes for Mahapralaya, when everything dissolves, Nandi alone remains in waiting, continuing to bear on his shoulders Maheshwara and Maheshwari, the seeds from which the universe begins again. And so Pradosha time is very, very special. Today happens to be Shani Pradosham and a time for prayer, because any kind of a vrata, of a puja, a japa that is taken up during the time of Pradosha is believed to confer Good health helps us to overcome critical illnesses and the fear of death as well. And so this will be the focus for our practice today. Hold in mind this visual of Shiva dancing between the horns of Nandi. We are seeing the dance. This is the darshana that we are asked to seek at the time of Mahapradosham, of Pradosham, on the Trayodashi of every waxing and waning form. I'd like you to keep your back straight, eyes closed, chin down. The mantra we will use is Om Shiva Swarupa Gurave Namaha for the first part of the practice. Subsequently, we will use Hara Hara Mahadeva. Uttering the word Hara during the Pradosha time is also considered to be extremely powerful, helps us to transcend the perennial repetitive cycle of birth, life, and death, leading us towards the destruction of our ajnana, enabling the emergence of the jnana that lies hidden within us. And as Shiva dances the Sandhya Tandava, this is a dance of resurrection of hope, a resurrection of harmony, a resurrection of wellness, of abundance, and of growth. Because this is Shiva's revival from the effects of the poison. He dances to the delight of all those who are watching him. And that dance of Shiva is also the dance of the prana that is within us. And when that dance of the Pancha Prana, because Shiva represents the Pancha Prana, represents the Pancha Bhuta, the Pancha Kritya, all the fivefold aspects of creation, sustenance, and dissolution are present in the Pancha Prana that are within us. So let us keep this as our focus for today. The churning and the dance of the Pancha Prana. Primarily, we will use the breath to lead us. Place your palms on your chest. As you inhale, just open your hands wide. As you chant, I will chant on your inhale. As you chant, draw your palms back to the chest. Visualize Shiva nourishing the prana. This is vitality, this is life itself. Visualize Shiva as Shiva Guru, as the one who is capable of removing all manner of toxicities. May that Shiva enable the free flow and the enhancement of our prana so that there is nothing that is counterproductive or disrupting the flow of prana within us. Palms on the chest. Inhale. Om Shiva Swarupa Gurave Namaha. Om Shiva Swarupa Gurave Namaha. Inhale. Om Shiva Swarupa Gurave Namaha. 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 Inhale. Om Shiva Swarupa Gurave Namaha. Om Shiva Swarupa Gurave Namaha. Inhale. Om Shiva Swarupa Gurave Namaha. Om Shiva Swarupa Gurave Namaha. Now focus on the region of the apana beneath the navel. The churn of prana and apana becomes very important for metabolic wellness. Metabolic wellness is what contributes to overall systemic wellness. The work of the apana is to throw down and out what your body does not require. This is what the process of churn also does. The toxins have to come down. Only then all kinds of blessings emanate from the ocean during the Samudra Mantana. It is only when we are able to get rid of the bodily toxins that we can move towards acquiring a state of sustained wellness. So focus on the apana. On your inhale, arms up, I will chant. As you chant, just bend down. You could be seated or standing, but bend down, pulling in your lower abdomen. Place your palms on the lower abdomen. Inhale. Om Shiva Swarupa Gurave Namaha. Bend down, palms on the lower abdomen. Om Shiva Swarupa Gurave Namaha. Inhale. Om Shiva Swarupa Gurave Namaha. Om Shiva Swarupa Gurave Namaha. Inhale. Om Shiva Swarupa Gurave Namaha. Om Shiva Swarupa Gurave Namaha. Inhale. Om Shiva Swarupa Gurave Namaha. Om Shiva Swarupa Gurave Namaha. Inhale. Om Shiva Swarupa Gurave Namaha. Om Shiva Swarupa Gurave Namaha. Sit comfortably. Now visualize Shiva strengthening, nourishing, cleansing the Vyana, allowing free circulation. We will use Nyasam, Karanyasam. Roll the index finger up the thumb as I chant, down the thumb on your exhale. Then the thumb rolls on the index, middle, ring, and little finger, one after the other. Visualize the free flow of Vyana. How do we feel the circulation? There is prana circulating throughout. There's blood circulating throughout. There is a continuous exchange of gases. There is cellular respiration. There is also cellular metabolism. There is the movement of arterial blood, the removal of venal blood. All of this is happening. Most of the time, we are not even aware of it. All movement happens under the function of Vyana. Visualize free, unimpeded movement. Where we sense this the most is in the extremities. And so we will use Nyasa. I'm showing you with my hands held up. Please, you keep your fingers open, palms on your lap. Eyes closed. Inhale, index rolling on thumb. Om Shiva Swarupa Gurave Namaha. Chant. Om Shiva Swarupa Gurave Namaha. Thumb rolling up and down, index finger. Om Shiva Swarupa Gurave Namaha. Om Shiva Swarupa Gurave Namaha. Middle finger. Om Shiva Swarupa Gurave Namaha. Om Shiva Swarupa Gurave Namaha. Ring finger. Om Shiva Swarupa Gurave Namaha. Om Shiva Swarupa Gurave Namaha. Little finger. Om Shiva Swarupa Gurave Namaha. Om Shiva Swarupa Gurave Namaha. Now Udana. Udana is located in the region of the throat. It is Udana that enables communication. It is Udana that also measures our lifespan. May Shiva as Neelakantha protect the Udana, ensuring that our lifespan continues smoothly for as long as we are here, so that we go through the karma that we are here to fulfill. May that Neelakantha also bring clarity to our communication, because very often what needs to be swallowed when we speak about restraint, very often we say things we do not mean. Sometimes we also internalize, because there is a connection between what we hear and how we speak. Shiva as Neelakantha represents that tattva as well, the role of a guru. What is to be taken in from the student, what has to be kept in silence. Confidentiality plays a very important role in the relationship between a teacher and a student, and therefore to hold it here, not swallowing it, because that would be detrimental, not spitting it out either, and therefore capacity to measure speech, to speak with clarity and with intent in the communication. Place your fingers on the throat. Just visualize the strengthening of the Udana. You could use Ujjayi pranayama if you are able to inhale using Ujjayi as if you're constricting the throat muscles. I will chant. On your exhale, please chant. Inhale. Om Neelakantha Gurave Namaha. Chant. Om Neelakantha Gurave Namaha. Inhale. Om Neelakantha Gurave Namaha. Chant. Om Neelakantha Gurave Namaha. Inhale. Om Neelakantha Gurave Namaha. Chant. Om Neelakantha Gurave Namaha. Inhale. Om Neelakantha Gurave Namaha. Chant. Om Neelakantha Gurave Namaha. Inhale. Om Neelakantha Gurave Namaha. Chant. Om Neelakantha Gurave Namaha. Now, Samana at the navel, responsible for harmonious, seamless metabolism. All metabolic processes are ruled by Samana, where Samana functions well. As the Yoga Sutra says, Samana Jayat Jwalanam, there is great luster, great radiance, not only physically, intellectually, spiritually as well. That is the function of Samana. Shiva is Pushti Vardhana, the one who bestows abundant wellness. Visualize Shiva as the Guru who confers this Pushti, this wellness, unabating wellness upon us by regulating the Samana. Place your fingers on your navel. Please repeat after me. I will chant on your inhale. Please chant on your exhale. Your focus is the Samana Vayu around the region of the navel. Om Pushtivardhanakara Gurave Namaha. Chant. Om Pushtivardhanakara Gurave Namaha. Om Pushtivardhanakara Gurave Namaha. Om Pushtivardhanakara Gurave Namaha. Inhale. ॐ पुष्टिवर्धनकरगुरवे नमः। ॐ पुष्टिवर्धनकरगुरवे नमः। Inhale. ॐ पुष्टिवर्धनकरगुरवे नमः. Chant. ॐ पुष्टिवर्धनकरगुरवे नमः. Please sit for a minute with your eyes closed as we move on to the meditative component. I am going to be using the Mrityunjaya Stotra attributed to Markandeya. The story goes that Markandeya was granted 16 years of age. His parents were given a boon. They had a choice. They could have one child who lived a very long life but was a deceitful human being, or they could have one child who would live only for 16 years but who would shine with great renown. They chose the latter. The time comes for Markandeya to die. Yama has approached. Markandeya is worshipping Maheshwara. This is believed to have happened in Tirukadayur, close to Kumbakonam, though the Mrityunjaya, the whole story is enacted different places, different shrines across India. Yama throws his noose on young Markandeya's neck, intending to take his life, but Markandeya embraces the Shivalinga and the noose falls on Shiva as well. In order to protect his bhakta, Shiva appears there. He kicks Yama with his left leg, shoving him away and assuring Chiranjeevitvam, eternality of life, to Markandeya. This is the story. Markandeya Rishi is believed to have composed this Mrityunjaya Stotra for the purpose of our meditation today. This is the Pradosha Punya Kala. Any japa, any form of worship, is believed to help us overcome the fear of Mrityu, is also believed to protect us from apamrityu, untimely death, to bestow good health, wellness, and all forms of Aishwaryam. Observe the image in front of you. This represents the Pradosha Tattva. To see the Shivalinga, Shivalinga is a combined form of Shiva and Parvati. It represents the Purusha Prakriti Tattva only. You can't have one without the other. What we see is the dance of creation, the dance of sustenance, the dance of dissolution, the dance of veiling, Tirodhana, and the dance of revealing, Anugraha. This is the dance of the Adi Dampati of Shiva and Shakti, the dance of the Panchapranas. This is the Sandhya Tandava. Visualize seeing this through the horns of Nandi. You have the image in front of you. I will be chanting the Mrityunjaya Stotram. Every verse ends with the lines Namami Shirasa Devam Kim no Mrityu Karishyati. When I chant that, please fold your palms together, bend down. Namami Shirasa Devam. I salute you, I bow before you, O Maheshwara. Kim no Mrityu Karishyati. It's a resounding, emphatic affirmation. What can death do to me? This is what Markandeya Rishi proclaims. He says, what can death do? This is the heights of Vairagya, the heights of Abhaya, fearlessness, essential in the path of sadhana. It is that which the Pradosha Punya Kala gives us. So every time I come to the line, Namami Shirasa Devam, please bend down. Kimno Mrityuhu Karishyati, come back up. All the other three lines, closely look at the Shivalinga through the horns of the Nandi. If you can, imagine the dance of Shiva happening between horns of Nandi. Om Asya Shri Mahamrityunjaya Stotra Mantrasya Shri Markandeya Rishihi Anushtuk Chandaha Shri Mrityunjayo Devata गौरी शक्तिः ममा सर्वारिष्टसमस्तमृत्युशान्त्यर्थं सकलैश्वर्यप्राप्त्यर्थं च जपे विनियोगः ध्यानम् चन्द्रार्काग्निविलोचनं स्मितमुखं पद्मद्वयान्तस्थितम् मुद्रापाशमृगाक्षसूत्रविलसत्पाणिं हिमांशुप्रभम् कोटीन्दुप्रगलसुधाप्लुततनुं हारादिभूषोज्ज्वलम् कान्तं विश्वविमोहनं पशुपतिं मृत्युञ्जयं भावये रुद्रं पशुपतिं स्थाणुं नीलकण्ठमुमापतिम् नमामि शिरसा देवं किं नो मृत्युः करिष्यति नीलकण्ठं कालमूर्तिं कालाज्ञं कालनाशनम् नमामि शिरसा देवं किं नो मृत्युः करिष्यति नीलकण्ठं विरूपाक्षं निर्मलं निलयप्रभम् नमामि शिरसा देवं किं नो मृत्युः करिष्यति वामदेवं महादेवं लोकनाथं जगद्गुरुं नमामि शिरसा देवं किं नो मृत्युः करिष्यति देवदेवं जगन्नाथं देवेशं वृषभध्वजम् नमामि शिरसा देवं किं नो मृत्युः करिष्यति गंगाधरं महादेवं सर्वाभरणभूषितम् नमामि शिरसा देवं किं नो मृत्युः करिष्यति अनाथः परमानन्दं कैवल्यपदगामिनम् नमामि शिरसा देवं किं नो मृत्युः करिष्यति स्वर्गापवर्गदातारं सृष्टिस्थित्यन्तकारणम् नमामि शिरसा देवं किं नो मृत्युः करिष्यति उत्पत्तिस्थितिसंहारकर्तारमीश्वरं गुरुं नमामि शिरसा देवं किं नो मृत्युः करिष्यति मार्कण्डेयकृतं स्तोत्रं यः पठेत् शिवसन्निधौ तस्य मृत्युभयं नास्ति नाग्निचोरभयं क्वचित् शतावृत्तं प्रकर्तव्यं सङ्कटे कष्टनाशनम् शुचिर्भूत्वा पठेत् स्तोत्रं सर्वसिद्धिप्रदायकम् मृत्युञ्जय महादेव त्राहि मां शरणागतम् जन्म मृत्युजरा रोगैः पीडितं कर्मबन्धनैः तावकस्त्वद्गतप्राणस्त्वच्चित्तोऽहं सदा मृडा इति विज्ञाप्य देवेशं त्र्यम्बकाख्यमनुं जपेत् नमः शिवाय साम्बाय हरये परमात्मने प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय योगिनां पतये नमः Just visualize being seated in this manner before the Shiva Sannidhi, directly through the horns of Nandishwara. Maheshwara is visible. Hold this image in your mind's eye for a few minutes. Draw Shiva's energy into you. Allow it to flow into you through the Panchapranas. Visualize Shiva present as the inner guru who is capable of removing all that is toxic, filling you with an abundance of wellness. Stay with this image for a few minutes. Now, please stand up very slowly. Do an Atma Pradakshina, that is, very slowly. Move your feet little by little. Do a complete turn around yourself. Palms folded together. Do it very slowly. I will be chanting the Mrityunjaya mantra for one turn. When you finish the turn, stay and chant Om Hara Hara Mahadeva. Thrice. We will do 5 such circuits. Mrityunjaya mantra once. Stop when you do an Atma Pradakshanam. Chant Om Hara Hara Mahadeva thrice. Palms folded together. Try to do this with your eyes closed if you can. Om Triambakay Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityormukshiyamamritat Om Hara Hara Mahadeva Om Hara Hara Mahadeva Om Hara Hara Mahadeva Om Triambakay Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityormukshiyamamritat Om Hara Hara Mahadeva Om Hara Hara Mahadeva Om Har Har Mahadeva. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiv Bandhanan Mrityormukshiyamamritat. Om Har Har Mahadeva. Om Har Har Mahadeva. Om Har Har Mahadeva. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiv Bandhanan Mrityormukshiyamamritat. Om Har Har Mahadeva. Om Har Har Mahadeva. Om Har Har Mahadeva. Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiv Bandhanan Mrityormukshiyamamritat. Om Har Har Mahadeva. Om Har Har Mahadeva. Om Har Har Mahadeva. Now, open your eyes. Just look at the image on your screen. Offer your gratitude for Shiva's presence, for Parvati's presence, for the Sandhya Tanandava that they dance, that we are blessed to witness through the horns of Nandishwara. Stay with this image, open your eyes, look at this image, stay with this as I conclude with the closing chant. Karpuragauram Karunavataram Samsarasaram Bhujagendraharam Sada Vasantam Hridayarvinde Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namami. Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namami. Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namami. Thank you so much for joining me today, day 27, Dhanur Dhya Sadhana. We have 3 more days to come to the end of this month-long series. I meet you again tomorrow at the same time. Thank you. Namaskar.